Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to English for Pinoys. My name is Eric, and in the previous video, I made an introduction to Filipinisms. In case you haven't watched that video yet, you can click at the card at the top of your screen, upper right hand corner, to know more about Filipinisms. But anyway, just a quick summary. Filipinisms are words that we Filipinos use in our day-to-day conversations, but some of them are non-standard, some of them are not in the dictionary, they don't exist at all, or they are grammatically or syntactically correct. Okay, so these are the three types of Filipinisms that we use. We use them as if they actually exist. We use them as if they're actually correct, right? So, and I also gave a breakdown of the three types of Filipinisms. Well, actually other countries, other languages also use their own isms. For example, the US has their own Americanisms, for example, Koreanisms. These are words that are sort of endemic or unique to the country. They're their own way sort of corrupting the language that they're using. So the three types are neologisms. These are newly invented words or phrases. Neosemanticisms, and these are words that already exist, but we actually assign a new meaning to them. And neoterisms are, well, they're just like neologisms. Okay, they are newly invented words or phrases. Now let's. Last time I gave a couple of examples for each of those categories. Now we'll explain why they're wrong. First of all, neoterisms, again, these are newly invented words. They're not in the dictionary. For example, perhaps you hear it all the time when people are done with their college degree and they decide to go further in their education. They'd say, I'd take a master role. Well, if you look up in your dictionary, the word master role actually doesn't exist, but we use it all the time. Like even educated people actually use that without even realizing that the word doesn't exist at all. So instead of master role, we'll stop using that. We will avoid using that and instead use the proper term, which is either master's, which is just a shortened form of master's degree. So next time you can say, I am taking my master's degree at this university because I'd like to pursue further studies in this particular field. So forget about the word master role. Okay, so goodbye master role. You say hello to master's or master's degree. That's what I always tell my students. You say goodbye to this term, so you can say hello to this term. So you say goodbye master role, hello master's degree. Another word that is not in the dictionary, and we use it all the time, perhaps I can safely say 90 to 95% of Filipinos actually use this all the time, the term ball pen. You know, that writing instrument? Well, again, you may not realize it. You check your dictionary, the word doesn't exist. There's no such word as ball pen. Again, I don't know, you probably got lazy because the correct term is a bit long. It's actually ballpoint pen, and it's two words, ballpoint and then pen. It's describing the kind of pen it is. The tip of the pen is a ball. You know, it rotates once you write on a surface, and then because of gravity the ink goes down, and then you have the impression of the ink on paper. It's a ballpoint pen. There are other types of pen. There are sign pens or fountain pens. We're specifically talking about ballpoint pen. So let's say goodbye to ball pen. Let's say hello to ballpoint pen. Here's another one. This is of course, these words usually come out during election season. So when somebody runs for president, or somebody runs for senator, we call them presidentiable or senatoriable. Again, these words do not exist. They're not in the dictionary at all. Okay, I don't know who's to blame for those words. Probably media for coming up with these words. But let's say goodbye to them. The correct way to say these terms is either presidential aspirant, somebody is a presidential nominee, or is a candidate. Okay. So goodbye to presidential, goodbye senatoriable, hello presidential or senatorial aspirant, nominee or candidate. Another word that is also very popular, and we use it all the time, is routinary. We're talking about things that happen routinely. Okay, but again, if you check your dictionary, the word doesn't exist. The word is routine. Okay, there's no such word as routinary. So we say goodbye to routinary, and then we say hello to routine. Okay, how about examples for neosemanticisms? Again, these are words where we assign a new meaning to an already existing word, a different meaning that's not in the dictionary. For example, the word salvage. Okay, we use salvage when we mean, you know, like in the news, somebody was salvaged or killed, summarily executed. The real meaning of salvage is to save something from ruin or destruction or harm. For example, a ship sank and you would like to save some of the content of the ship so you can still use them, then you are salvaging the ship. Okay, nothing to do with killing at all. And then there's another word, the word canvas. Okay, when we compare the prices of certain things that we buy, for example, we'd like to compare the prices of whatever, office materials, clothes, we say we canvas. Well, if you look at the dictionary, the meaning of canvas, one of the definitions is to solicit votes from potential voters in an electoral campaign. Okay, another definition is to get the opinion of people by asking specific questions, nothing to do with, you know, comparing the prices of something. Okay, so say goodbye to canvas as it is used to for, you know, comparing prices. That's not the right word to use for that. Okay, and then we also hear the term necrological service when somebody would like to announce a funeral service. The problem with that is the word necrology is actually a notice of someone's death. It's practically an obituary. It is an obituary, and it usually includes a short biography. Okay, so it's close to the meaning of what we intend to say, but it isn't. It's not a necrological service. We are actually referring to a funeral service. Now let me know in the comment section if you have other neosemanticisms that you know, and neoterisms as well. Okay, so again, we incorrectly use the word salvage, which means save from ruin or destruction, when we actually mean to summarily execute or kill without due process. That's probably what we mean. Instead of canvas, you can say price comparison shopping. I know it's long, but you got to say it correctly. And then, of course, instead of necrological service, just say funeral service. Okay, so what's the key takeaway here? Well, before using a word or a phrase, if you're not sure if it's the correct term to use, then go ahead and check it out. Check your dictionary. You know, Google it up. Google is your friend. If you're not sure, then you can just check if you're actually using the correct term. So again, if you have any other neosemanticisms or neoterisms that you know, you can please post them in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so in the next video we'll have another video in the series for Filipinisms, so I hope you'll be there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.